Hello folks, and happy Sunday to you everybody. I'm forecaster Dustin Staples with you. A little cool start on this Sunday. A little different taste as we get out the start of the end of the weekend going into next week. We will see though changes in our forecast again, watching for shower chances as we go towards Monday and slightly cooler conditions as we go towards mid to late week there. Again, it does look like we're going to be starting things to cool off just a wee little bit there, but not enough to kind of continue with that. Chilly start towards sunrise this morning, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, so a variety of temperatures out the door, about 5 if not 15 degrees cooler than we were yesterday about this time, but a lot more drier air is starting to subside for some of us. But however though, eventually we'll see moisture increase as we go towards later this evening and going in to your Monday morning. That's because we do have a front moving through. That's pretty evident right here across the United States here. There's Raphael, we'll get to that in a second, and of course all back behind that, again, a little bit of drier air punch, but of course more rain is expected to come as we go later in the weeks ahead. But again, Raphael, tropical storm still eventually fading apart as a remnant low by later this week in the Gulf of Mexico, not posing any threat to much anything as open waters at this moment in time. This little guy out here still got a 10% chance of forming here. It's going to probably also start to dissipate over the Turks and Caicos portions of the Dominican Republic, and we'll eventually start to see that move into play. Here's what's left of our names here. We'll probably eventually mark off Raphael later by tonight, and then Sarah, Tony, Valerie, and Wilma. So we'll see where we are. Hopefully we don't get the rest of those names out of the list. We're just a few weeks away till we farewell on hurricane season. Winds will start to come out of the south and southwest here today of about 5 to 10 miles an hour going into tonight. Tomorrow we'll see about another 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze is expected, and then moving back out of the west southwest here and moving right back out of the north and northwest. So we've got more breezy days ahead of us here for Tuesday and again on Wednesday. So cooler weather moves back in with a slight uptick in humidity today, and then eventually cooling down as we go into it later in the weeks to come. Here's our cloud cover here of seeing a few spotty showers. Here's our line of showers. Maybe a rumble of thunder could be embedded with that. We haven't said that in a little while, right? That'd be nice to hear some thunder possible overnight tonight. Most of the rain still crossing the 264 587 corridor. By tomorrow morning, again, Veterans Day activities for those who may have the day off tomorrow. If you do have plans early in the morning, you probably want to be under a tent, a canopy, having an umbrella or jacket with some possible downpours in the middle of that from Greenville to Kinston down towards Jacksonville. And then about midday, we start clearing out, maybe some leftover showers. Right around before sunset, we start completely going dry with a few showers moving in at that hour. Quiet with rainfall, about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch expected for most of us here. Some of you may get a 3/4 to closing in under an inch of rain, but looking beyond this, so again, we may see some additional showers by later in the week to come over the next 8 days, which will help us out with our drought, which will be very helpful for sure. Your Veterans Day forecast here, getting up in the 60s tomorrow morning. Showers and maybe a rumble of thunder possible, and then later in the evening we'll start to see things clearing out as we go towards the sunset hours. Your forecast for the next 8 days showcases the showers and storms, more pirate icons. Again, we've got some men's and women's basketball again later this week. We've got, I believe it's the men's on Tuesday and then the women's on Thursday, rather, that is. We continue to see those games pop up here across our ECU nation. Mid 60s with this cool down coming. Your lows hold in the 40s.